Now let's bring in Professor Natalie Simpson. She teaches operations management and strategy at the University at Buffalo School of Management. She's an expert in emergency response and disaster response. Professor Simpson, thanks so much for taking the time. Do appreciate it. Let's start by talking through this incredibly complicated operation. First, it's sadly believed that the bodies of some of the victims are trapped in this debris. So how is that likely to impact the order of operation here?
Well, the order of operations right now, the priority is recovery. Now, one of the things, though, that's happening is that we're beginning an early start onto salvage, because in order to recover the souls that we have lost, it looks like we are going to have to move some of that truss work. So you do see activity in basically what would perhaps be two different stages going on right now.
This looks like such an incredibly complicated operation. You certainly know better than most, but there are things that complicate it even further. We know that some of the containers on the ship contain hazardous materials. How does that complicate the job of moving the cargo from the ship?
It is definitely a concern. I don't want to make light of that, but actually that is only one piece of the puzzle as far as the complexity of what everybody's confronted with right now, in that there were, I think it was 56 containers had corrosive or flammable materials. So one of the biggest dangers isn't so much the hazardous materials themselves, but just the stability of that ship and the safety of anybody that's working around it. So you know that that's what they're working on right now, to find a safe solution, because one thing we definitely don't want to do at this point is we don't want to make anything worse. We've already lost 6 people.
Ultimately, the damaged ship and the debris from the bridge needs to be cleared from that river. That seems like, we're watching, pictures of the bridge come down right now. There's a tremendous amount of debris. What's likely to be involved in that stage of clearing?
There are many, many things in the meantime that can go wrong, so that you can know that behind the scenes people are working very hard to make sure they don't go wrong. Like, for instance, I'm more fearful of a simple fire breaking out than like specific hazardous materials that were aboard that ship, because that would be a terrible tragedy. At any rate, they need to refloat that ship. They'll probably take it back to shore to unload it. At that point, the scene is not become safe, but it is less dangerous. And then I think that we'll see these floating platforms. They'll start to resurface big parts of the wreckage in order to clear the channel.
Yeah, and I think most importantly, at the beginning of the conversation, you point out that there are still victims of this horrific tragedy down there, and we need to bring them back to their families. Professor Natalie Simpson, thanks so much. Appreciate your time.
Oh, certainly.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.